Hi friends. I've got your brand new practice here today for July. We're going to focus on opening the heart. I feel like we all need that a little bit right now. Remembering to keep this place in our body balanced. Also, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Shakti Rebel. You can also find me on Instagram at Shakti_Rebel. I'll have a website coming out soon and I'll announce it soon. I'll keep you guys updated with new and upcoming posts and offerings that I have, but let's just dive into practice. So we're gonna start in a child's pose. So bringing your knees wide, your big toes together to touch, and then extend your arms out, resting your forehead in child's pose. Stay here. So big toes come together to touch, knees wide to the edge of your mat. Big toes together to touch, knees. Okay, let's start over. La 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 la. Big toes together to touch, knees wide to the edge of the mat. Forehead resting on the mat. Arms can be extended long, or you can bend at the elbows and rest the elbows, more of a passive stretch for the beginning of our practice. Rock your head side to side here for just a moment, massaging that place of the third eye, releasing the neck. And then dropping your awareness down into the body. Letting go of any thoughts or to-do lists that you have for your day. And then bring your awareness around the area of your heart, that upper chest. Visualize your heart beating. Maybe you can hear it internally or you can feel the rhythm. Visualize the muscles contracting and relaxing with each beat as it pumps blood through your body. And then bringing your awareness to the heart center, the center of your chakra, the Anahata chakra, which is your sternum, the center of your chest. That is where that energy center resides. The Anahata chakra is responsible for love, unconditional love, connection with others. When it is imbalanced, we find anxiety, fear, negative emotions. The heart chakra is represented by the color green. So maybe begin to visualize that area of your body, that Anahata chakra, energy center, glowing with green. Imagine that you're breathing in and out through that heart center. Opening on the inhale and closing on the exhale. And we'll take three deep breaths together. Your next inhale, start at the bottom of your belly, opening, feeling your belly opening between your thighs, up into your ribs as you fill up your lungs. And lastly, up into that heart center and the top of your chest, holding it for just a moment. And then open your mouth and exhale it out. Let's do it again. Inhaling, bottom of the belly, mid belly, and then chest, heart area. Slight pause at the top. And exhale. One more time. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest, and exhale. Returning to your natural breath rhythm. Taking this moment just to set an intention for your practice today. It can be anything that you can think of. It can be related to your heart and love, or it can be for the whole world. It can be love for the whole world. Whatever you think of, or it can be more specific, something about your physical fitness or personal aspects of your life. But just take this moment, making an intention, and set it for our practice for this next hour. And keep that intention in the back of your mind. Your next inhale, lift your palms of your hands, coming up onto fingertips, tenting your fingers, and then just allow your heart to melt even closer to the mat here. Just a little awakening through the shoulders and the heart. We're going to be doing a lot of heart opening, which also incorporates shoulder opening. And release your hands. Inhale, and on the exhale, walk your hands to the left, keeping your hips low. Rest your head here. Keep lifting your right shoulder up and dropping your left so your chest is square with the floor, feeling the stretch along the left side body here. On your next inhale, walking your hands over to the right. And exhaling into the stretch. Again, dropping the left shoulder, lifting the right. Feeling the stretch along the left side. And coming back to center. We're going to come through a flow here. So fingers spread wide. We're going to inhale, round through the spine as you come all the way forward, shoulders over wrists, lifting the feet and then dropping the hips, opening the feet, lifting the heart. Inhale, drop the head first, rolling through the spine, coming back to child's pose. Let's do it again. Inhaling as you round the spine, really drawing the belly button up. And exhale as you lift the heart. Inhale, drop the head first, rounding as you come back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Coming up to all fours. Bring your knees under your hips. Shoulders over your wrists. Fingers wide. We're just going to warm up the wrist here. Doing a few circles in one direction. And then reverse. Coming back to center, flipping your hands so your fingers point towards your knees, and then bringing both hands to the mat. This is really different for everybody anatomy-wise. So some people are going to have really flexible wrists and fingers. I do not, however. My fingers are very long and stiff. This is always really good. Don't push to pain, but there should be some tight spots. If you ever feel pain in your wrist, come out. But see if you can just breathe here. If you have more flexible wrists, you can lean back. I can't lean back very far. And then release. We're going to bring the back side of the hand down to the mat, fingers facing towards each other. Try to bring all of your fingernails down to the mat. So extend those fingers, open the hand as wide as you can. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze your hand into a fist as much as you can. Inhale, open fingernails to the mat. Exhale, squeeze your fist. Last time, inhale, open, and exhale, squeeze the fist. And then just sit back onto the knees, roll out through the wrists in one direction, and reverse. And then coming back to all fours, bringing your fingers nice and wide, pointer and middle towards the front of the room. Curl your toes under. Inhale and exhale, just lift your knees an inch off of the ground. Keep the shoulders drawn back, belly firm. We're just building a little heat here. Inhale, and on the exhale, keep your knees bent and push your arms like they're going into a downward facing dog, but the knees are bent. So the heart is coming towards the top of the thighs or the knees. Keep lifting the tail, but a deep squat here. Inhale and exhale, straighten the legs. Adjust where you need to find your downward facing dog. And you can start by pedaling out the feet to warm up the calf, the ankle, the feet and the toes. And then finding stillness, we'll take up a couple breaths here in our first downward facing dog. Heart is moving towards the thighs as you lift the tail towards the sky. Long, straight line through the spine. Head should be hanging loose and relaxed between the biceps. And on your next exhale, take as many steps as you need to come forward to the front of your mat. Feet hip width apart, bend your knees a lot. Let your body drape over the top of your thighs, arms hanging relaxed, head hanging relaxed with gravity. Staying here, you can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Just releasing through the spine, releasing through the neck, shaking your head, yes and no. Releasing the arms, straighten the legs. You can keep your feet hip width apart. This is just personal preference. Or you can bring your feet together, toes touch, heels slightly apart. We're going to inhale, come to a halfway lift. Back flat, shoulder blades flat on the back of the rib cage. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep wide as you come to stand, reaching for the sky. And exhale, hands come to heart center. There's my mic. All right, we'll start to build some heat. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, diving over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be on the shins, maybe if you're more flexible to the floor, but the back is the most important. Exhale, plant the hands. You're going to step one foot back and then the other to a plank. We're going to inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower your knees and then your chin and chest towards the mat. So arms or elbows are bent, heart is reaching towards the mat. Inhale, release the top of the feet and the belly as you roll the shoulders open, lifting your heart up off the mat. using the muscles of your spine. Around your spine, I should say. We don't have any muscles in our actual spine. Inhale and exhale, push to your knees, curl your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll start building up the heat here. You can choose to stay with the flow that we just did, or you can move on. Inhale, bringing your feet together, coming up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, and either walk to the front of your mat or push off and float to forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep wide as you come to stand in tall mountain. Exhale, hook your thumbs, fingers wide. Inhale, open your heart towards the sky. Keep your glutes engaged to protect the low back. Exhale, hands together, forward fold. Inhale, heart lifts, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and you can step back or you can hop back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or you can stay with cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, feet come together up onto the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, and step or float to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hook the thumbs. Inhale, lift the heart, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time here. Inhale, bring your feet together, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, step or hop to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep to the side, coming up. Exhale, hook the thumbs. Inhale, lift the heart, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time listen, bend your knees, come into chair. Exhale, forward fold. More of a sun salutation B. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot forward. We're going to leave the heel up. Inhale, rise into a crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, right comes back to meet the left. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Inhale, rise into crescent. Exhale, hands to frame the foot. Inhale, left leg comes back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your feet together, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look between the hands, and step or float to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Closing your eyes just for a moment. Check in with that intention that you made. And then we'll begin to move through the main flows of our practice, focusing and keeping our attention in this heart chakra or the heart energy area. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step or hop. Inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right foot all the way forward, planting it between your hands. This time we're going to come into warrior one, dropping your left heel. And inhale when you're ready to rise. So pushing energy out of the outside edge of your left foot, trying to keep the hips square to the front of the room. Deep bend in the right knee. Take a big deep breath in. And then exhale, hands come behind you, interlacing your fingers. Roll your shoulders open and down. And inhale, lift the heart, staying right here. So reaching the fingers down the back of the left thigh as you lift the heart up towards the sky. Make sure you don't feel any pain in the low back here. Keeping the shoulders where they are. Inhale and exhale. Legs stay the same, just fold forward until your right shoulder comes inside of your right knee. Humble warrior. Your arms can be here resting on your low back. If you have the flexibility to keep your palms together, you can lift your fists up towards the sky. A little bit more opening for the shoulders. Humble warrior. Releasing your hands. Inhale, bring your left hand down to the mat, lift your left heel. And exhale as you twist open, reaching your right arm up and over. Opening the heart here, trying to rotate, spin through the spine, wrap the ribs around the heart as you stack the shoulders. Grounding down into your right foot. Inhale, and then on the exhale, keep your upper body the same as you rise into a lunge. So we're in a twisted lunge here. Keep reaching through the back or your left heel so your left leg is engaged. Keep wrapping your ribs around your heart, gazing towards the right hand. Staying here or on your next inhale, we're going to reverse. I can't think of the posture name. We're going to bring our right hand to our left leg, lift our left fingers to the sky as you open your heart. So it's a reverse. Inhale, lifting the heart a little bit further, and exhale, coming into warrior two. Drop your left heel, and then keep your right foot where it is. You may need to adjust just a little bit like I did to make sure that if you drew a line from your right heel down the mat, it would bisect the arch of your left foot. Warrior two. Arms strong, reaching energy through both fingertips. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand slides down left leg as you lift the heart and the right fingertips. And exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Inhale, right foot comes back to meet the left, or you can keep it a few inches off the ground. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. And inhale to rise, warrior one. So again, that right foot, that back foot is at a 45-degree angle, pushing energy out of the outside edge of the foot. Deep bend in the left knee, hips trying to keep as square as you can to the front of the room, and arms lift. Warrior one. Nice and strong warrior. Inhale, bring your arms around you, interlacing your fingers. See if you can interlace the opposite finger on top. So it's normally the most awkward feeling one. We generally go with the one we're the most used to first. So this one, my right finger's on top. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And, no, let's stay here for a moment. Sorry, I almost forgot. So keep those shoulders rolling up, back, and down. Lifting the heart as you reach the fingers down the thigh. Shoulder blades pulling together. Inhale, and on the exhale, fold forward. Left shoulder comes inside of the left knee. And if you can, keep the palms together and lift the hands up towards the sky. Let the head hang in your humble warrior. And breathe. Releasing the hands. Inhale, bringing the right hand down to the mat as you lift the right heel. Exhale, open into that twist. Stacking the shoulders. Opening the heart towards the sky. Feeling the inside of the left shoulder open. Right into that pectoral muscle. Grounding down through that left foot or into that left foot. Keeping the upper body the same. Inhale. And on the exhale, rise. So you're in that twisted lunge. Keep spinning the rib cage around the heart as you gaze towards that left hand. On your next inhale, reverse. Right hand reaches towards the sky as you lift the heart. Inhale. And exhale, find warrior two. So adjusting your feet again, like I needed to. Heel to arch alignment. Strong energy through both fingertips. Tail dropping straight down. Dropping into this strong warrior pose. On your next inhale, reverse. Left hand high to the sky. And exhale, arms cartwheel down to frame the foot. Inhale, left comes back to the right, or you can keep it off the ground. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. We're gonna do that same thing, and I'm just gonna add on. We'll move a little quicker, trying to breathe with each movement. So really coordinating the breath. Keep breathing into that heart space. Inhale, on your next inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring your right foot all the way forward, dropping your left heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace them. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, lift the heel, drop the left hand. Exhale, find that twist. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, twisted lunge. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And then listen here, this is where we're gonna change. Exhale, come back to warrior two. We're gonna come into standing splits at the front of the mat. So you can take as many steps or however you get here. Inhale, and on the exhale, push off with your left foot. Ooh, it's taking me quite a few steps. And bring your hands down for support, lifting your left leg high to the sky. So finding your balance, grounding down into the right foot. Lift the left hip high. Let the crown of your head hang directly towards the mat as you fold. Maybe you can lift one hand. Maybe you can bring both hands to heart center. These are just challenges. It's challenging for me today. It's different day to day. Staying here and breathing. I'm shaking. Inhale and exhale. Keep your hands at heart center if you can, and come into a Shiva squat. So left knee comes to the right calf. from here, we're going to keep that left knee bent and come all the way to standing, reaching back with the left hand to grab the arch side of the left foot. Bring the knees together. Reach the left hand to the sky, bicep along next to the ear. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, kick into the hand first, and then exhale, maybe you start to tip over into dancer. Reaching energy through your right fingertips, lifting and kicking and breathing. Whoa. Having a hard time with that curtain being in my way for whatever reason. It's taking my balance. And 3, 2, keeping your left foot in your left hand. Whoa. Come all the way around, releasing the hands to the heart center. Lift your left knee in front of you. And then as you exhale, cross your left knee over your right, bending into the knees, sitting back into eagle legs. So crossing the left leg over the right. Maybe you can bring that left foot all the way around for the full wrap. So this is where you can stay, or if you want some more challenge, a little more heart opening and shoulder opening, you can bring your arms behind you, interlacing the fingers, palms together, thumbs together. Inhale, lift the arms. Staying here, or another option, find your drishti and fold all the way forward, lifting your hands up towards the sky and holding as you breathe. Your next inhale, come all the way back up. Knees come in front of you, or left knee comes in front of you. And exhale, we're going to hinge back, keeping our hands lifted if you can, into warrior 3. Just here for one more breath. And on your exhale, slowly and with control, bend your right knee until your left foot gently comes down into a lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release the hands. Bring them down to frame the foot. Inhale, bring the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, lower, coming through your vinyasa. And meeting in downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring it forward, finding a warrior 1. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace, other finger on top. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulder blades together. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, release the hand, lift the right heel. Exhale, open into the twist. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, lift into twisted lunge. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Coming in to standing splits. So however many steps you need to take, push off. Right leg comes to the sky. Again, so head is hanging towards the floor, gaze is straight behind you. Maybe playing with the balance here, maybe bringing hands to heart center or one hand to an ankle. Wow, this is very challenging for me today. Inhale and exhale, bend your left knee, bringing your right knee to your left calf, Shiva squat. Inhale and exhale, reach back for the inside of the right foot. Left hand comes to the sky. Bring the knees together. Open that right shoulder. We're going to prepare for dancer on this side. Let's see how I do. Inhale. Exhale, kick into the hand first, and then maybe start kicking up and bending over. Keep breathing. Slowly come back to standing. Right knee comes all the way up in front of you, hands at heart center. And then exhale, sit down, crossing that right leg over the left, maybe wrapping it. Here's where you have your options. Hands can come behind you. See if you can do the opposite finger on top. Find your drishti, really important here in this balance. Maybe bending over. Breathing. Your next inhale, come all the way up. Right knee comes up in front of you. And exhale, hinge over. Warrior three. Whoa, I am really challenged here with my balance today. Inhale and exhale as slow as you can. Bend that left knee and step it back. Inhale, lift the heart, open the heart. Exhale, release both hands down to the mat. Inhale, left comes back to meet the right. Coming into downward facing dog anytime you like, or taking a vinyasa. Remembering to make this practice your own. You don't have to do what I'm doing. It is just a suggestion. So at any time, you can take a break and breathe and rest. We're going to take a little break here. We've built some heat now. Inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, bringing the heart towards the knees, again like we did in the beginning of class. Lift the tail, but pushing in the hands and pushing the heart towards the knees. So we're opening the shoulder, opening across the chest, lifting the tail high. Inhale and exhale, come forward, dropping the knees. So coming to all fours, we're nice and warm now, so we're going to do a little deeper opening of the heart. From here, we're going to inhale, and on your exhale, keep your hips over your knees and just start walking your hands out in front of you. Trying to bring your heart to the floor before your chin. Mine does not. But we don't want to come to a place where we're hurting our neck. In puppy pose. Keep breathing into that energy center of the heart. You can imagine green if you want to. Inhale deeply, and on the exhale, we're going to roll forward. And then slowly drop our hips. You may need to widen your feet a little bit. And pushing into the hands. If this is too much for the low back, you can drop your elbows and come into Sphinx here. Drawing your shoulder blades down the spine and towards each other as you reach your heart through. Engage into the glutes to protect the spine. If you're up on your hands, basically the same thing. Don't let it dump into the spine. This should be opening through the heart and the upper back. So the glute engagement is important here. Inhale and exhale, slow and with control. Try to roll through, dropping one vertebra at a time, down to your belly, allowing your left ear to rest on the mat. A little stretch through the neck here as we breathe. Ouch. There's really not a good place for my mic. Arms open wide to a T. Just check and make sure your arms are exact extensions of your shoulders here. Palms facing down. Inhale, lift your right foot, Bend your right elbow, placing your right hand on the mat. And on your exhale, push yourself over so you're rolling over that left arm. Keep the left arm where it is. Maybe you just roll over. Legs can stay like this or knee bent. Maybe you can bring your foot flat to the ground, using your right hand to push a little bit deeper, feeling the stretch across the front of your chest and the front of your shoulder. If you want to, you can open your right arm. If you are extremely flexible, you can bring hands together. I'm not able to demonstrate that. Your next exhale, slowly come back around. Coming back to your belly, extend your right arm and bring your right ear to the right. Ouch. To the mat. And relax here for a moment, stretching and opening through the neck. Getting ready for the other side. Bend into the left knee. Bring your left hand to the mat. Inhale. And on the exhale, roll open. You may notice a difference side to side. My dominant hand, my right hand, that shoulder is a lot more tight. I can't come as far. My dog is barking in the background. She's very frustrated that I shut her out of the room. And bring your left hand back down, and slowly coming over to your stomach. We're gonna do 2 heart openers here. We'll start with locust. So arms come along your side, palms facing your thighs. Gaze down at the mat just so the tip of your nose brushes the mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and open. Exhale, lift your feet, reaching your fingers towards your feet. So everything is lifting. Make sure you're not jetting your chin up, keeping that long extension from your spine into your neck. 3, 2, and release. Bring your hands to rest your forehead on. Last option, you can stay here with locust, or we'll go into bow. If you're coming into bow, you're going to bend your knees, lift your feet. You can grab the top of your feet or your ankles. I like to grab my ankles because I like to flex my feet. Some people like to point their toes. I flex my feet. So flexing your feet, trying to keep your knees from splaying open. So imagine that you're squeezing a ball or a yoga block between your knees. Inhale. And on the exhale, first kick into your hands, which lifts your chest, and then lift everything else. Keep lifting, kicking and lifting up. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your hands under your shoulders and exhale. Push back, knees together. Come into an embryo pose. Arms swing alongside you so that the hands rest next to the feet, palms open to the sky, letting the shoulders relax. And shoulder blades separate over the top of your knees. And then slowly coming back up. We'll have one more flow with some standing postures, one more push, and then we'll slow it down. Coming forward, hands, fingers spread wide apart. Curl your toes under, inhale, and on the exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. Exhale, and bend your knee. Bring your knee to your right elbow. Inhale, sweeps high. Exhale, knee comes across to your left elbow. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, knee to nose. Then on your inhale, tip over to your left hand, coming straight into wild thing. So the right foot comes behind you as you lift your hips from here. Sweep your arm in one circle. And reverse. Just rotating through the shoulder joint. Gaze down at your left hand and slowly come over into Vashisthasana, or side plank. Staying here, shoulders stacked, lifting the hips. Maybe you can bring your right knee up. Maybe you can grab your right big toe. Maybe you can extend just for a moment and breathe. And then slowly bring, maybe keeping your right hand on your toe, bring your right foot all the way over to the right edge of your mat, coming into that lunge. Both hands come inside of the right foot. Come up onto your fingertips, reaching the heart forward to the front of the room and softening the hips down to the mat. Your next exhale, drop your knee. Release the top of your left foot. We're going to come into a version of lizard. So you can stay here. You can lower your elbows if it's possible. Or if you want to challenge it a little bit more, heart opening, you can, on your next inhale, lift your left foot and reach your right foot back to grab the outside of your left foot. The only difference here is you're going to kick a little bit. You're going to let that right shoulder open as the heart lifts toward the sky, and then pull your right toes back towards your shin and let your right knee open. So it's going to fall open to the right. Just adds a little different dynamic to this stretch. Releasing the left foot, bring both of your hands back down to the mat. We're going to heel toe your right foot across the mat to the left until you can set your right knee down. Sliding your left leg back for half pigeon here. Making sure there's no pain in your right knee. Always being careful here in the hip opener, especially in pigeon. No pain. So lots of options here. You can stay here supporting with your hands. Lift the heart is where we're focusing here. It's a hip opener, but we're going to bring that heart opening. Maybe reaching your hands back, or you can grab the mat. And my last option here is grabbing your back foot with one and then both hands. You can even interlace fingers. Flexing the foot and then kicking, adding that little extra lift. A little extra heart opening, a little extra shoulder opening, and breathing. Three, two, releasing the hands. Gently let the foot come back down. And fold forward over your bent leg. Maybe resting your head on your hands. If you can't bring your head all the way down to your hands, we want to really relax through the upper body too. So you can make fists and rest your forehead here. Or you can always use a block wherever you are. Bringing your awareness away from the heart just for this one posture into the strongest joint in our body is our hip. So bring that awareness down into the hip and breathe into any areas of tension. Inhaling, and as you exhale, Allow the hip to soften and open. Your next inhale, coming back up onto your hands, fingers spread wide, shift your weight forward into your hands. Inhale, bring your knee up into your chest. Exhale, bring your right foot up to the sky or down into downward facing dog. Staying in downward facing dog or taking a vinyasa. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to nose. Then switching your weight into your right hand, shift over as you drop the left foot behind you, lifting the hips, coming into Wild Thing. Rotating the left arm, moving in a full range of motion in the shoulder joint. Gazing at your right hand, slowly tip over into our side plank, Vashisthasana. Staying here where you can bend the knee, maybe reaching down for the toe, maybe extending. And then slowly with control, if you have the toe, try to stay on it. Bring that left foot forward, coming into a lunge. Both hands come down to the mat inside of the left foot. Come up onto your fingertips and reach the heart forward to the front of the room as you soften the front of the right hip. Keeping the hip that way. Just drop the knee, release the top of the foot. Coming down onto the right palm, you can stay here and lower to your elbows or come into the bind, reaching back for the right foot. Kicking into the hand, and then maybe bringing the left toes towards the shin, letting the left knee fall open. Coming back to center, let the right foot come back down gently. Heel toe your left foot across the mat. To your right, dropping the knee, finding your half pigeon here. Again, making sure there's no pain in the knee. Lots of options here. You can stay heart lifted. You can reach back and even grab the mat. Or if you want to try the option with the bind, interlacing the fingers. Kind of hard actually. Once they're interlaced, it's easier, but flexing the foot, we're going to inhale and exhale, find that kick. So kicking as the shoulders open, shoulder blades come together, heart lifted. We don't want to jet the chin up. Just keep that long extension from the spine through the crown, through the neck, through the crown of the head. 3, 2, and release. Hands come down, foot comes down gently. And then folding forward in whatever option you tried on the other side. Breathing here. Focusing the breath into the hip and the glutes. Allow anything you're holding on to in that area to soften. Your next inhale, coming all the way back up to your hands, fingers spread wide. Shift your weight forward into your hands. Curl your right toes. Inhale, lift the left knee to the chest. Exhale, three-legged dog. Coming into downward facing dog or taking the last vinyasa of the practice. From downward facing dog, we're going to inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. And on our exhale, we're going to hop forward, but hop into a yogi squat or malasana. So exhale. So feet come wide, wider than your hips. The wider they are, the easier it's going to be to bring your feet flat to the ground. Some people will be up on their heels, but the wider your feet are, the easier it is to get the heels down and have your toes angled out slightly. From there, elbows come to inside of the knees and hands push to heart center. So that's opening your knees. Drop the tail, lift the head. If you want to take a quick crow as we transition, bring the knees inside of the elbows. Or you can just shift forward, bringing your feet closer together. We're going to all come down to our toes, balancing on our toes. We're going to inhale, release our arms down by our sides. We're going to try some mobility here with our feet and our toes. This has really helped. I had surgery on my left foot. It's really helped with the flexibility of my toes, and it's working your core. So slowly and with control, start leaning the body back. Arms can come forward, slow and with control. See if you can drop your knees and then come sit on your heels. This is I think it's called toe breaker, or I can't remember, but it feels like I'm breaking my toes right now. But this is really good for your feet. Again, anatomy is different in everybody. Some people have very flexible toes and they can sit on the balls of their feet. I cannot. This I can only take so much of. So we won't be here long. But we're going to come out the way that we started. If you can't do it the first time, it took me a lot of practice to be able to do this. So bringing your arms down again, lean back. Yeah, I'm sore. See if you can come back up a little more gracefully than I did. So this time, feet are wide, or feet are together, knees are wide, heels may even touch. See if you can reach your arms forward, kind of in a frog squat. I feel like my legs look like a frog here. And then as slow and with control as you can, drop to your hips and come straight into boat. So we're going to hold this boat. We're going to do some balancing and some binding. You can stay with just this. You can always bring your hands down. You can bring your feet down, have your hands up. Wherever you are, make sure that this is strong and you're not feeling it in your low back. So second option, grab your big toes here. Keep pulling your heart towards your knees. You want your back to be flat, shoulders pulled back into sockets. Maybe you can straighten the legs. Keep that straight and tall spine. Breathing. Maybe you can keep your legs straight, pointing your toes, reach your arms up, keep your legs straight. Maybe your knees are bent, and then roll your upper body down. Once your upper body is down, bend your knees, bringing your feet flat to the mat. Couple more heart openers, and then we'll slow it way down. Last little twists. So from here, we're gonna come into fish pose. Rock to your right side, bring your right hand flat to the mat under your body, then rock to your right, so you're on top of your right hand. Bring your left hand under the body. So palms are on the mat, thumbs touching, elbows towards each other. So you're already starting to feel your heart lift because the shoulder blades are coming together. From here, extend your legs one at a time, zipping them together so they're strong, pointing through the toes. This is a posture you have to listen to the specifics, so we don't want to hurt our neck. If you have any issues with your neck, really listen to your body. Come out of it if you feel anything that hurts. We're going to inhale, push into our elbows, so all the weight's in our elbows. Keep our shoulder blades drawn together. Exhale, drop the head back and slowly lower until there's about 10% weight on your head. Imagine that somebody has a string tied to your sternum or that energy center of your heart, and it's lifting your whole body up just at that one point. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, slowly lower back down, rocking from one side to the other to release the arms. Bringing your knees back in, feet flat to the floor. We'll come into a bridge. So making sure you can touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. Gaze is at one place on the ceiling. Inhale, and on the exhale, lift the tail. Staying here, imagining that you're holding a ball between your knees so your knees aren't falling open. Little trick is lifting your toes will help your knees stay stacked above your ankles. I don't know why, but it does. Maybe you want to bind, tucking one shoulder blade into the other until you can interlace your fingers on the mat. Breathing, glutes engaged, heart opening. If you're in a bind, release the arms. Inhale, come up onto the balls of your feet, and exhale, slowly set one vertebra at a time down onto the mat. Open your arms like wings and let your knees fall side to side just for a moment. So we're going to do one more round of bridge with the option of wheel, if you have wheel in your practice. I'm going to demonstrate wheel. I don't know how long I will stay in it. I'm moving down my mat. Kind of scooted up my mat. So for bridge, check your alignment in your feet. For wheel, you're going to bring your hands flat to the mat. Elbows should be pointing up towards the sky. Inhale wherever you are, and exhale, lift. Stay here and breathe. Wherever you are, come up onto your balls of your feet and slowly roll it down. From here, bring your knees into your chest, hug them in, and then just do little circles on your low back in one direction and then the other. Reach the legs to the sky. Inhale and exhale, coming over into plow. Maybe your feet touch, maybe they don't. If they don't touch, you can bring your hands to your low back for support. Making sure there's no pain in your neck. Most of the weight is in your shoulders. If they do touch, you can bring your hands up to your feet. If you want a little more, interlace your hands on the floor behind you. Inhale, and on the exhale, slowly roll through the spine, bending your knees, keeping your knees lifted into a table. Open your arms like wings. Inhale, and on the exhale, let your knees fall to the left. Right shoulder on the mat, gaze at the right hand. Maybe you want to straighten your right foot, getting a little deeper stretch here. Your next exhale, come back to center. Inhale deeply and exhale, let your knees fall to the right, gazing at your left hand, maybe straightening your left foot. Your next exhale, knees come back to center. Opening your knees wide, reach for the outside edge of your feet, or you can grab your big toes, coming into happy baby. Trying to lengthen your entire spine, spread out through your low back, your whole sacrum onto the mat, and then try to lower your shoulders down onto the mat. You can stay there, or maybe rock side to side. Releasing your hands, and then extending your legs out long for our final resting posture in Savasana. Arms alongside your body without touching, palms open. And then adjust wherever you need so that your body is completely relaxed. Maybe tucking your chin slightly. Closing your eyes. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Keeping your awareness in your heart center. Imagine that with each in-breath, your heart center is opening and drawing in energy. And with each exhale, expelling negative energy. As you breathe in and out, that green glow around that energy center of your heart is expanding, slowly growing stronger. Expanding down into your stomach, to your hips and glutes. Expanding up into your shoulders and neck. Expanding down into your thighs, your knees. With each breath, it's spreading to your forearms, your hands, your fingertips, your feet, your toes. It begins to fill up all the way into your chin, your cheeks, your eyes, up into the top of your head, until your entire body is radiating with this green light, generating from that center of your heart. As you breathe even further, imagine that light expanding outside of your body into your room that you're in, to the people that are next to you or the animals, expanding throughout your house. With each breath, it expands further, covering your neighborhood, expanding the green light all across your city and your state. Across your country, your continent. And it keeps expanding across oceans and land masses until it's covered the entire earth and everything on it. This light of love is covering our planet, generating from you, and has connected all living beings. Slowly bring your awareness back into your room and into your body. Wiggling your fingers and toes, rotating your wrists and ankles. Your next inhale, extend your arms over your head, reaching from fingertips to toes, making your body the longest it has been all day. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. You can leave your head on the mat or bring your head up towards your knees. And releasing, carefully roll to one side. Staying here for a moment, checking back in with the intention you set at the beginning of practice. And whenever you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, find your way to a comfortable seated position. We'll take our one last breath together in unified form. Inhaling, reaching arms wide, gathering up the energy in between our hands. And exhale as we bring it down the center line of our body to our heart center, bowing our head slightly towards our fingertips. The inner light in me recognizes the inner light in all of you. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today and coming and practicing with me wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone you are in, and whatever time of day it is in. Keep following me again and subscribing to my channel on YouTube, Shakti Rebel, and on Instagram, the same, Shakti_Rebel. I appreciate all the followers and all the support as I can keep having my offerings. Please comment on anything you'd like to see or any issues or even where you are in the world. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you again, friends. I'll see you soon.